what you're looking for is a lot of windows and a lot of space, look no further. Welcome everybody to my Coldwater, Michigan hometown superstore with a very different, unique style of rear kitchen here. Today we're looking at the Hideout version, but Springdale and Hideout are twinsies, so you can get the exact same floor plan we're looking at in Springdale. The model number is just a little bit different, and that's actually why I'm going to have to leave you 2 links in the video description to double check pricing and availability on these, 1 link to each of the members. But it's the same RV. What we've got here is it's taller inside, it's a big, wide, opposing slides, and they did sacrifice a little bit of kitchen storage, but you gain just incredible window coverage as a result on this one. And it's an opposing slide rear kitchen RV that's not an island kitchen RV, and I really like that. Islands are very cool. They provide some good storage and some prep space, and a lot of other utility function, but a lot of times they really feel like they're just kind of eating up the floor space and they're getting in the way. And I love the fact that we have at least a couple options out there to give you a wide open living experience. Like if you're stuck inside on a rainy day, you are going to love the super spacious feeling this gives you. The kitchen just wraps around the campsite cook. You've got all the prep space in the flipping world back there. Better than a lot of fifth wheels I've seen, frankly. Beyond that, what are we looking at? We have an enclosed forced air heated belly. You've got a 220 watt solar package that you could slap a second panel up there if you're so inclined. The windows are all tinted, thankfully, to help keep the nosy neighbors and the sunshine out. Great front pass through. But it's got a couple hitches and it's giddy up. Like, it's cool that it's taller in the ceiling, but it's shorter in the bedroom. And I'm going to, I'll break down what that means and give you the good, the bad with everything else in between as we go here. So let me know what you like, and if there's like one thing you could change given the opportunity, what would it be on this RV? If you like how we show you all that stuff, the ins and the outs, and give you a chance to voice your opinion, hit that subscribe button, like our video, and let's get going. Now, the trick with a floor plan like this is that by putting such an emphasis on wide open space and window coverage, it means something else had to give. And this RV, as a result, does not have the most cabinetry you're going to find in a rear kitchen, at least not by the kitchen. They kind of had to spread some things out in some weird and different ways, and you might not like it. I don't know. I'm just going to go through and show you what it does and what it doesn't do. That's a trifold hide-a-bed, and I'll get that open for you in a little bit. But if you want a theater seat, I'm about 99% certain there is an optional theater seat available for you there. That is one of those 10 cubic foot 12 volt fridges, by the way. And this year they've updated to the, I call it the Tron lighting. Some people call it Fusion lights. Some people call it Blade lights. And if everyone's going to have their own stupid name for it, I'm going to give it a nerdism. So those are the Tron lightsaber lights right there. And right now there's 2 different groups of geeks going, dude, what did you just call that? Well, you know, I am both a Tron and Star Wars enthusiast, so I'm gonna mix the 2 because I think that would be an amazing crossover. Now, it's an interesting kind of layout. I want to actually park my butt over here at the sofa because I think that this is going to be one of the primary seats. So they opted to go with opposing slides and a very social seating arrangement, and they put the dining seating in the slide over there because what that creates is more campside space for window coverage. Now, I can't remember on the outside of this, but I suspect that means it will probably also have reduced outside awning coverage. So this is an RV that prioritizes indoor space over outdoor space. And if you don't like that, that's okay. Maybe there's a different RV that works better for you. It does not prioritize direct viewing entertainment. If you want to get a TV in this thing, it's all prepped to slap one on the wall over here, but you're probably going to want to get like a good double jointed swing arm TV mount to get that sucker spun around a little bit. Now, I do love that clutter cutter shoe garage, that open cabinet pocket right by the door under the cabinetry. That is so handy. If you've never had an RV, you may not realize exactly how useful that really is. It keeps so much trip and fall down the stairs clutter out of the way. It's not even funny. So up top, you've got a single centralized air by default. A lot of stick and tin campers like this, to keep their budgets in check, they don't do things like include dual air conditioners from the factory. Good news, though, this is 50 amp service, and it is capable of having a second air conditioner installed. And I have confirmed, by the way, a theater seat is optionally, swaptionally available in place of that trifold sleeper sofa right there. But that's kind of an interesting aspect of this RV. It's a couple's model, but it has potential for some really good guest sleeping between the hide-a-bed and the true U-dinette, which is like about 7 foot long. The U-dinette's actually a longer sleeper. That's kind of a funky angle cabinet, so they didn't really throw any kind of shelves in there. I'd be sort of curious, like, what would you do with that space? And I'd also be very curious to know what you would do for a Klondike bar. I haven't heard anybody ask me that in a long time. I've also it's been a long time since anybody has asked me what my favorite dinosaur is. Nobody told me that when you grew up, everybody would quit caring about your favorite dinosaur, because I know that when I was younger, everybody wanted to know my favorite dinosaur. Now nobody cares. And this is the point where I'm kind of hoping the audience cues in the comment section, goes, "Hey nerd, what's your favorite dinosaur?" Similarly, nobody ever asked me how high I can jump anymore. To be fair, as I've gotten older, I was never super athletic, but as I've become more sedentary in my lifestyle, I can definitely jump less high than I used to. Putting on the extra weight probably didn't help there. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the big giant windows, sorry, getting back on task, the big giant windows are really, really cool because, I mean, look at this. When you stand back here, the views and the visuals on this are just awesome. I really like this. It doesn't matter where you're standing or sitting in the RV, you just have an amazing view of everything. And before I forget, one of the benefits of a stick-built camper is that you can place power outlets on the walls, basically wherever you want. A lot of laminated lighter weight RVs, they're 1.5-inch walls that are solid, so you can't really run wiring through them easily. Nor can you flush surface mount an outlet like that. Not to mention, whenever you see those yellow stickers in any Keystone RV, it's telling you that those outlets are inverter prepped. So if you add an inverter onto this RV, it's ready and capable of accepting up to a 2,000 watt inverter with the wiring that's factory standard. You can, you'd be able to power some of those outlets like a coffee maker. Now, they are not doing a propane oven, nor is that an option. They're doing an electric air fryer convection wombo combo kind of job right there. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. It is still a propane stovetop, and they do give us nice wastebasket space, but they don't give us a propane oven specifically. What's kind of interesting here is the way that the kitchen sort of wraps around, and your big chunks of kitchen stuff, like your refrigerator and your primary, I would say, kitchen pantry, they're actually located over here within the slide out. And what that does is it takes a couple big, blocky, bulky objects off of the main floor plan, and it places them out of the way. And by burying them into the slide like that, you leave the space open here. Now, obviously, I've left a couple doors open, and for some reason, I decided it would be prudent to Michael Jackson moonwalk my way back here into the bathroom. And like Luke Skywalker, I'm using the Force to not bang my back into stuff. Now, while we're in here in the bathroom, like almost, I'm not going to say all, but like almost all stick and tin campers, we got the dollar store 4-inch fart fan. To my knowledge, as far as I can recall, Cherokee RV Group, like the Cherokee and the Grey Wolf RVs, they're the only ones remotely similar to this that have consistently offered a larger vent fan. Now, the space around the toilet is awesome. Take a look at the right side of the screen right there, and you can see that there's all sorts of space. But we also have a large rectangular shower. And by virtue of the fact that this RV is 6'9" from floor to ceiling, even if you're a little bit over 6 foot tall like me, you have plenty of headroom in there. Now, because of the way that the roof trusses, the roof supports laid out, they were not able to place that skylight directly above the shower head, which I think would have been a little more ideal. But again, unless you're really, really tall, it's not gonna be too much of a problem. Notice how they did frame out that door, which is nice too. But before I forget, I tell you what, I'm actually gonna slide up here into the shower space. Sorry about that. I bumped the stupid power button anyway. Anyway, what I was saying is they have really good storage space in here. Little look at my blue shirt and tan pants over here. Which side do we want to go on? I tell you what, let me adjust the camera view right here. Take a look at the left side of the screen, if you could be so kind, and we can take a look at all the storage that exists here in this bathroom space. You get to see both the storage and my reflection. you can genuinely say that you got to see me in the shower today without tuning into my OnlyFeets channel, which I don't envy you for that. So I guess if you want to see what you look like when you get out of the shower, this floor plan is really great. Alternatively, you could do what I usually do at home, and you could, you know, basically turn all the lights off and turn the mirror. You could open that cabinet door. Now, actually, hold on. Let me get in here around the bed in the bedroom. First of all, on this wall over here is where your bedroom TV hookups are located, which is not necessarily ideal by any stretch of the imagination. But that bathroom cabinet storage that we saw, it's actually shared with the bedroom over here. And I was trying to think of a good way to really display that. So I actually went over and I grabbed the owner's manuals to kind of stuff them in there. Now I'm going to have to shove this divider wall kind of right in your face as I weave around the corner. But there you go. You get to see that, you know, it bleeds through effectively from one side to the other. So it could be bonus bedroom space. It could be bonus bathroom storage. It could be kind of whatever you want. Now, I also want to point out, this is a 60 by 74 short queen mattress. They left you room if you wanted to put a true queen into it. You could. You'd probably still walk around it pretty well. I kind of wish they just did the true queen. They didn't, and I want you to know what it is so that you know what you're buying. The thing is, though, typically factory mattresses suck, and very often you're going to replace them regardless. And I know that we're way up in the face of this under the bed storage here. I'm trying to get slid around the bedroom corner. Again, I don't use wide angle lenses, so it makes some of my work a little more challenging. What I was getting at, sorry, squirrel, is they do some thoughtful things. Now, I don't like the short queen bed. You'd probably replace the mattress regardless. But if we look around here, they actually put a removable shelf in your hanging wardrobe towers, so that if you want to convert that over into dresser space, you could. And I don't love an overhead shelf, but I like the fact that they actually included the totes for you, so you don't have to go to Target or Walmart or whatever to get some things to replace up in there. They also, again, 50 amp this sucker, so that that's what that little power junction box is there. If you see that in the bedroom, you know this is a 50 amp RV without even going outside to check the power plug, which is also another way to check. So if you want to add a second air conditioner there, you could. Now, I grabbed one of those totes and brought it down just to give you a little bit of a size reference and or demo here. But I mean, it's one of those square foldy totes like you put your kids' toys or something into. It's not like it's a big stretch of the imagination. Now, this RV has some good qualities, and it's got some hitches in its giddy up. And I cannot remember. I've only been in this floor plan one other time. I cannot remember what the road mode is like. But what I can tell you, with no island in the middle, it gets tight. But with no island in the way, you can do a little turn on the catwalk, hey, and you can do a sideways travel trailer two-step slip slide your way through this thing, because there's just enough available floor space. And with these slides closed, the bathroom door is not impeded. So effectively, this is a very rare example of a rear kitchen RV and a opposing slide living RV that has, I mean, pretty darn good road mode access. You can't, because the living room slides are both rack and pinion slides, you should not sit in and occupy them. You can leave your cargo in the available cargo spaces, but you shouldn't personally sit in the sofa or the dinette. But we can get to the bathroom, the bedroom, and if you are willing to do the you know, really tight catwalk through here, we can get to the refrigerator, we can get to the stove, we can get to the sink. We actually can pretty much function this RV with the slides closed. And that is a very, very rare find in quality. I couldn't remember exactly how this one played out. I wasn't sure we were going to be able to get to the forward deck or the forward area, but evidently they fixed that. You may have also noticed that I've turned the lights off, so this really kind of simulates travel mode. And if you like how we go to all of those extents for you, tap that little subscribe button. Let's jump outdoors. So what's it going to take to tow this trailer? Well, if we take a nice extended look at the weights and measures over on the left side of the screen, a lot of places. You go to, I would say the majority of RV dealerships, they're going to tell you, if you go, can my half-ton tow that? Without even asking you a question, they're going to go, oh yeah, absolutely. I don't know that I like that answer. First of all, before cargo, this thing has 775 pounds of hitch weight. Then when you fully load the cargo, that's going to go up, not to mention your own body weight eating into your payload rating. And with the length of it and the total GVW approaching 10,000 pounds, if you have a very capable half-ton and you are flatland towing around southern Michiana where I live, maybe you'd be okay. If you are going to go through any sort of windy zones, or if you're going to go up and down some even big hills, not even mountains, I don't think your half-ton's going to like you, and you're going to really be white-knuckling it the whole time. So I hope you appreciate the candor and the clarity, because if it was just easily half-ton towable, that would certainly open us up to a lot more potential buyers, but I'm not going to put your safety on the line in hopes that my team makes a sale. I'd rather give you the real information, and if that keeps you safe and we sell one less RV today, then I'm okay with that, and so are we. The underbelly, by the way, it is enclosed. It's forced air heated, but this isn't exactly actually like 0 to 100 degree rated, tested, proven. So, quote, is it 4 seasons? No, I don't really feel that any RV is truly 4 seasons for, quote, any weather, but it's a solid extended season RV. It's a spring, summer, fall kind of camper. If it gets a little chilly in the morning and then it comes, like right now, I woke up and it was like 40 degrees. You're going to be very comfortable in this. If it dropped into the 20s overnight and came back tomorrow, you'd probably still be okay. But if it's going to stay in the teens or below, this thing ain't proven to work for that. So be careful and plan accordingly. You may have noticed the very small power patio awning space on this one. It does not provide us the biggest awning space. Little TV hookup, again, inverter prepped outdoor outlets, and that is an anti-slam entry door, which is actually kind of nice. One of the things I'll tell you though, again, being super fair, if it's raining, even if that awning's out, being right next to that slide, you're going to be constantly spritzed in the face coming in or out, so plan accordingly. David Blade and teleporting over to the other side, you actually get a little look at the solar panel up top in the middle of the screen right now. Notice how it sticks like unusually high off of the roof line. Keystone has been doing factory solar a little bit longer than most brands. They're using better hardware than most brands. There are some brands that have decent battery tenders, and a 220 watt solar package like this, that's all I'm really going to call it, is a battery tender. But they're using a 220 watt panel versus 190 to 200. They're also using a 30 amp controller, and they're also using an MPPT controller. And what that means in English is that you've got about a 10% bigger panel that's 10% more effective at charging. So you're going to gain 20 to 21% more charge in your batteries just because they chose to use better hardware. Costs a little bit more, but it's better hardware. Oh yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Nerdism number 37, the Propanus. That is when the gas comes out the backside. So if you do want to hook up a little portable gas grill or griddle or something like that, you got the perfect spot to do it. You also got the perfect spot to attach a portable telescopic ladder. The thing with those is, yeah, they eat up a little extra storage space, and you do have to lug them around, but they also are rated for 330 pounds as compared to the 250 to 300 pounds that a fixed roof ladder would be rated for. So there's always benefits and drawbacks both ways. Speaking of drawbacks, one of the things with this RV, it benefits from having 2 separate gray tanks. You have a gray tank for the kitchen, and you have a gray tank for the bathroom. The drawback with a rear kitchen and forward to midships, basically kind of bathroom, is that you end up with dual sewer hookups. That is what I refer to as the poop hydra. You have to do the poop scoop boogie to move your hookups between the two. You may notice right there we do have a full hot cold outside utility shower, and next to our on-demand water heater we do have a black tank flush as well. You may have also noticed earlier this thing has a very nice front pass-through cavity, but along with your solar controller, you've got a couple other cool things up here. That's your second battery disconnect on this RV, and actually that's a solar disconnect, and the black box to the right of it is your inverter prep. So again, if you want to, you could add a 2,000 watt inverter to this, and it's, oh, hold on, this is easy to miss because it's black on black. It's also prepped for a portable solar suitcase. So if you want to park in the shade and chase the sun with a portable panel, it can handle up to 20 amps of solar capacity. Plus what's on the roof, they can work in conjunction with one another which is pretty cool for I would say, what people interpret as a more basic series stick and tin camper. What do you think? Now, the thing with a floor plan like this is there's nothing else that's really similar. So I'm not really going to have similar floor plan options for you to check out in the video description like I would normally like to. So I will still leave you a link for pricing and availability on this one. Again, there will be 2 links, one for the Springdale version, one for the Hideout version. So if we're sold out of one, maybe jump back and check the other link. And if we're sold out of both, it's probably because maybe it proved to be very popular and we're getting a restock. I don't know. In the meantime, though, that information's there for you. And ideally, you don't have to call a salesperson to get a pricing figure on this. And we don't do the hidden dealer fees. So there's not plus prep fee, plus destination fee, plus shipping, plus all that garbage. It's just plus tax, title, license, whatever state stuff is included for wherever you happen to live. Short of that, let us know when you're ready, and we'll take care of you. And if this ain't the one, let us know what you need. I'll leave me some comments. Like, let me know, I like this but don't like that. Maybe I've got a couple ideas on one I could recommend for you. So take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.